Well, hello there. Welcome to DC Coast to Coast with Boomchang Records in the UK. I've got some special guests and cooking in the kitchen today. This is Boomchang's Kitchen, where we do a lot of recordings. And today's guests are the Kentucky Cow Tippers. Now that's quite interesting, Kentucky Cow Tippers. And they're not from Kentucky. Guys, where are you from?
Gateshead.
Gated?
Gateshead.
Where's that?
Quite far from here.
Northeast of England, Gated. That's brilliant. So are you all from Northeast?
No.
Three of us are.
Three of us are.
Yeah.
I'm from the Northeast.
He's from the Northeast.
Northeast with a
different
deep accent. Where are you from?
The Northeast of New England.
New England.
Actually, well, it's southern New England, but yeah.
Okay.
The Nutmeg State, Connecticut.
All right, you're a long way from home.
I am.
How did you get over here then?
I'm doing a degree.
Oh, perfect. So you guys all met up on a college course and stuff, did you?
No, actually, the three of us, Rupert on guitar, me and Sam, know each other from school.
All right.
We started jamming around in school.
Jamming around with what kind of music though? Because the music you're playing is quite interesting for young people, I would say.
Well, that was it. We've always been musical because of our parents, so we both played guitar and bass, and Sam played piano, so we did a music class. But Sam one day told us that he could play the banjo.
Whoa. That's
So,
a big confession,
Yeah.
that, like Sam.
We
isn't
didn't
it?
believe him at first.
Yeah.
So he brought it in, and we kind of started playing in a way to annoy our music teacher.
Really?
Yeah, just because it got on his nerves so much.
Wow.
And then it kind of formed, and we had various bass players take up the position.
I started out on the bass, and then we had a reshuffle a few years ago. Quite a few years ago.
Yeah, quite a few
when
years
some
ago.
members
Scary.
left.
Did you?
So I moved on to the mandolin.
Yeah.
But from school, it just sort of, we decided to go busking. We borrowed the school's double bass, and we just busked like every Saturday in Central Arcade in Newcastle.
All right.
And it just sort of snowballed, you know, like get a couple of gig bookings and stuff.
Oh, excellent. That's good. I mean, most people looking may not be familiar with the instrumentation here. So we've got acoustic guitar, mandolin, which is like...
Not a Chinese language, but
Right.
an Italian instrument.
It's Italian instrument. It's got 8 strings on it.
Yep.
What's it sound like? You give us a
Sounds
little
like
tune?
Sounds all.
Great. And then we've got banjo, which most people know of banjo, I would think. Way.
Okay.
Do we call this violin or fiddle?
Fiddle.
I think
No,
fiddle's
there's no difference.
Isn't
And
it?
folk.
Technically.
Right.
but I call it fiddle.
Okay. And then we've got the big boy, which you all know, double bass at the back there. Do you want to give us a little bit of a thump on it? Excellent. That's beautiful, that, isn't it? You got to love a bit of double bass. So we've got all these instruments together, and the music you're playing is bluegrass.
Yes.
Is it bluegrass?
Bluegrass is...
How did you get into bluegrass?
I just started with a...
Sam, is it all your fault? This?
Basically, yeah, once the banjo came in the picture, the next step's bluegrass, I think, and
Yeah.
we started doing our own songs. We started doing rock songs in the bluegrass style, and then
That's fantastic.
but then went back to the traditional stuff and discovered Bill Monroe and Earl Scruggs.
It's great, isn't it, when you can connect with certain people. Obviously, you listen to a piece of music, you go, I wonder if I can try that, and you start playing it and learn it. I mean, I love the sound. Bluegrass always makes me smile. Like, it's quite an interesting sound. It sounds very intricate and very fast to play. I've never played in a band like that myself. But would you like to play us a song?
You can do.
What are you going to do?
Should we do an original to start with? This one's called Lonesome Blues, and we wrote it quite a few years ago, but we enjoy playing it.
Excellent.
So.
All right.
Should I
Take
kick
it
us
away then,
off?
boys.
Okay. And smiling means to say goodbye. Lord, you are right to me, but I'll give it one last try. Got my ticket, fetch my shoes. Lord, rid me of these lonesome blues. Left a heart and a hand in mine. Gonna take that southbound line. I'm waiting on that train, the train to take me home. Don't shoes. Lord, rid me of these lonesome blues. After heart and a hand in mine, gonna take that southbound line. I'm waiting on that train, the train to take me home. Don't call me, don't want me till I get home. Train to take me home. Don't call me, don't want me till I get home.
Woo! Man, that's so energetic. That I'm almost exhausted just watching that. That's fantastic. So that's one of your own compositions.
It is, yes.
Goodness, who does the writing then? Or is it everybody pitches in? Or
I suppose at the minute it's mainly all three of us, simply because Sam and Niles are quite new additions to the band. But
Right.
when it comes to our own original songs, everyone contributes and everybody arranges.
that's how it is with the band, though, isn't
Yeah.
it? Somebody always brings something new to the
Yeah,
pot and
so-
something.
And it's brilliant because, you know, it helps develop and progress the songs
Yeah.
so well by doing that. you know.
No, I think it's fantastic. Well, that's blown me away. That's the first tune I've heard today, and I tell you, I'm up buzzing. So, you've been travelling together. How long have you been together?
Dare we add this up?
About 6 years
About
since
6
we started.
years.
6 years, and you.
About 3 since we've been sort of doing it more regular, probably.
Yeah.
And are you travelling throughout Europe or UK, or how does it
Suppose
work?
technically you could say Europe, yes. We're always up and down in the UK, which is always great fun. We play a
Yes.
lot of the festivals. And
Festival
There's a
season.
handful of bluegrass festivals.
Do you
in
live
the
in
UK.
tents and wear wellies and things?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
when we're slumming it.
But usually forget the wellies.
Yeah,
Forget
usually
the
we
wellies.
do forget the wellies.
It's an important part of festival
Oh, it
touring
is.
as wellies. It's
It
the
is.
biggest thing.
Very
I mean,
much is.
In fact, I think I might invest in a welly company soon. That'd be quite nice.
I know, it's a
Branch out.
good idea.
So what's next up for you guys? I mean, obviously you've got the summer festivals coming up. Are you
Yes.
doing much else? Or?
Well, hopefully we're planning to get some recording done,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
should be great. More compositions on the way, more
Yeah.
writing.
Yeah.
More arrangements, because this lineup, we started playing with Niles, fiddle player, towards the end of the summer, and we started playing with Sam at the start of the summer.
Right.
But because we've had different bass players over the past few years.
Do they keep exploding, or what happens to them?
Yeah, it's a
It
bit
just,
like
you know,
Spinal Tap.
Is
yeah,
it?
there's
It's
some
a
sort of
Spinal
pattern
Tap of
there,
the
yeah.
It's a cursed position.
The bluegrass world.
Instead of them exploding, they just get found by other bands and
Oh, do they?
taken away from it. So it's
But yeah, because of that, we sort of haven't played. We haven't played that many gigs as the five of us. We played a lot with Sam and a lot with Niles, but but just a handful with all of us. So we're really looking forward to sort of getting down to some doing some new songs and some arranging and stuff.
So
for summer.
New compositions, new recording, new festivals, new bass player. Happy days.
yeah, hopefully new clothes then.
New clothes. It's brilliant. Are you going to get into this steampunk thing? Has that been and gone now?
I don't know. I'm not up to date with
Sort of comes and
trends, I
goes, doesn't
suppose.
it? These things, yeah. So what are you going to play us next then?
Oh, should we do
Do
a slow one?
Yeah.
Slow bluegrass, is that possible?
Oh, well, we try. It does
okay.
speed up. We have to like tear ourselves down a bit.
It's not even a waltz.
It's not even a waltz.
Do what's it? More on the ground. Should we do that?
Yeah.
That might be a nice one to do. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This one's it's a sort of a traditional song, but it's a version by this mandolin player called Joe Walsh.
Not of the Eagles, though.
Not
No,
that
not
one.
that one.
Different
not
Joe
the
Walsh.
Eagles,
Different-
yeah.
different
We'll
Joe
do one of
Walsh.
his later on.
Oh, will you?
Yeah. Past the watershed.
But yeah, he took the first verse of this traditional song and sort of wrote his own version of it, which I really like. So we're gonna play that now, I think.
Yeah.
People always ask what happened to the mole at the end of the song, but we don't like to tell people. It's too upsetting.
So Brilliant. So I guess once we're in tune, we're going to play this new song. Oh, it's not a new song, is it? Is it a different song?
It's a fairly new addition to our repertoire.
Is it?
Let's put it that way.
Right.
I mean, more so from the summer. It's kind of,
it's sort of from the tail end
since
of the
this
summer.
lineup, we've kind of acquired it. And
Yeah. Brilliant.
I wish I was a mole in the ground. I wish I was a mole in the ground. If I was a mole in the ground, I'd tear this mountain down. I wish I was a mole in the ground. I wish I was a wave on the sea. I wish I was a wave on the sea. If I was a wave on the sea, you'd have no pull on me. I wish I was a wave on the sea. I wish I was a stone in the rain. I wish I was a stone in the rain. If I was a stone in the rain, I never would feel pain. I wish I was a stone in the rain. I wish I was a tree in the wood. I wish I was a tree in the wood. If I was a tree in the wood, I'd know just where I stood. I wish I was a tree in the wood. I wish I was the tide, strong and slow. I wish I was the tide, strong and slow. If I was the tide, strong and slow, I'd know which way to go. I wish I was the tide, strong and slow. I wish I was a mole in the ground. I wish I was a mole in the ground. If I was a mole in the ground, I'd tear this mountain down. I wish I was a mole in the ground. If I was a mole in the ground, I'd tear this mountain down. I wish I was a mole in the ground.
Wow, come on, man.
thank you very so much. Thank you.
That's beautiful. That vocal harmonies on that. Tight.
Thanks, man.
Lush. I love that sound of that sound. And the fiddle, violin were beautiful.
Whatever it is.
Lovely story. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Because I know people from people from the folk side like to call it fiddle, and people from the classical world call it violin, and sometimes.
And others just call it noise.
Well, that's a beautiful noise. I could
It
listen to
is,
that all
it's a
day. A
beautiful
very
noise.
nice tone. Yeah,
I like that banjo over there.
So, so what happened to the mole? That's it.
Yeah, last thing I heard is that it quit its job in the music business and went to work in computing or something like that. So,
PC world. Yeah, right.
so,
Oh, that's
Went to be an IT consultant, whatever that.
yeah. So Sam, we'll come on to you because the banjo, I think that's quite an intricate instrument. And I've seen people play it several times. That whole thing with the finger picks, and Do you want to give us a little explanation about the whole thing?
Yeah, well, I mean, basically I play bluegrass or finger style like Earl Scruggs, basically.
Right.
So I'm sort of precisely using my three fingers to keep these rolls going.
Yeah.
Rather than any strumming or anything like that.
Yeah.
And that's basically how I make it sound fast.
It just sounds fast, and it always blows me away. I just think, oh, how does your brain even think about that sometimes? But it sounds really good what you do there. So you got into that quite a young age, and you've obviously been the instigator of this rabble, if you want to call it that. Although you're lovely gentlemen, young gentlemen they are. Actually, young guys playing bluegrass is absolutely fantastic because it keeps the whole system going, bringing music to people of their generation as well, which I always think, it's a compliment to yourselves because people go through different things. The whole music industry nowadays is quite complicated, I think. There's so much out there, isn't there? Yeah. And it's quite competitive to get yourself out there with social networking. And I mean, how do you actually attack that? How do you take the approach of getting new fans and new listeners? Do you think about it, or do you just go from gig to gig? Or
I don't think we plan it as such, but it's an important thing to consider, and it's.
I think we try and promote the Facebook page a bit because that's like how we get to people most regularly. Facebook.com/the Kentucky Cowtippers. And we take pictures or tunes or videos or little things that we've done, post them on the Facebook page with regular updates
and Twitter
and stuff. Are we on Twitter?
We had a Twitter account, we lost the password, so...
Did you? Okay, well there
We'll
you
make
go.
a new one.
But that's the whole thing with social media nowadays. You've got to interact with people, and that's a tip of how you not give too much and not give too little.
That's it.
It's quite an interesting balance, actually, getting new fans, isn't it?
No, it certainly is.
Do you find it a challenge? Or?
It's interesting. We can never gauge how many fans are going to enjoy us, to be honest. It's a very... we play some festivals and you get so many fans.
I couldn't imagine nobody enjoying it. Such a cheery, smiley sound.
We've never had negative vibes or anything from people, so it's always been, a good opportunity,
I'm going to jump on the name, the Kentucky Cowtippers, right? One thing that confused me when I first heard about you was, you're not from Kentucky. Do you tip cows?
We're not strong enough.
No. Because when I've travelled over the States, I've seen a place in Kansas and they've got these t-shirts that say cow tipping t-shirts. There's obviously not Toy Story, what's the movie? The Cars.
Ah, yes.
They've got a scene in there which has got the cow tips. And where did the name come from? How did you come up with that name? Sam again, was it?
Yeah, it was mine. We wanted cow tippers, but bluegrass comes from Kentucky, so that was
it.
That was
straightforward,
right? Yeah, simple as.
That's brilliant. I think it's a great name. I love the name. Yeah, matches the music, your image. You've got everything there. Like it's spot on.
The Kentucky Colonels, Clarence White's first band. They weren't from Kentucky either.
Really?
No. It was just an homage to Mr. Monroe and company.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Subtly implies bluegrass, I suppose. Well, not subtly.
Well, on that note, what we're going to do next, are we going to have a cover tune? Do you do other people's music in your style?
Well, we do. Yes, we do. We do all sorts.
Well, that last one was a bit of a cover.
Oh, was it?
We could do an original instrumental tune.
Let's do that. Yeah,
would you like to hear one written by our banjo player?
I would love to hear one by Sam because he started it all. So.
Generally, in bluegrass, instrumental tunes written by any of the musicians is referred to as a breakdown.
Right.
So Earl Scruggs, pioneer, had one called Earl's Breakdown.
Yeah.
So Sam's got one called Sam's Breakdown.
Sam's Breakdown.
And it has been known to cause mental breakdowns and stuff.
It puts the mental in instrumental.
It certainly does. So I need a shot of coffee before we start this one.
Yeah. Well, it's nice hanging out with you guys. So what we're going to do, I think, Dan, what we'll do is we'll finish off with this tune, lovely instrumental. This is the Kentucky Cowtippers. And we'll say bye till the next time we come on. DC Coast to Coast, Boomchang in the UK, cooking in the kitchen, and I'll hand it over to you boys. Take it away.
Thank you very so much. Are we in tune there, Sam? As close as we'll ever be. Thank you very so much.